I was asked about 3 years ago if I go for massage, and my answer was no. And obviously, it's quite shocking for my clients to hear that I don't do it. And the reason I don't do it is because I'm neurodivergent myself for lots of reasons, to sit still, to walk into somewhere new, to sometimes have people touching me. It can't just be me that feels like that. What would it take for me to be able to feel comfortable, to be able to feel confident, and to enjoy the treatment as well? So I wanted to not only help myself in understanding that, but then also help other therapists and other clients to be able to have these treatments that we should be able to enjoy ourselves.
Welcome to the UK Spa Association podcast. In today's episode, I'm joined by Natalie Pope from Mu Massage Academy to discuss an important and evolving area of spa and wellness practice, supporting neurodivergent clients through more inclusive approaches to massage therapy. We'll be exploring Natalie's specialist course, Massage Training for Neurodivergent Clients, and looking at how therapists and spa professionals can better understand individual needs, adapt treatments, and create more welcoming, comfortable experiences for every guest. So, Natalie, welcome.
Thank
For
you.
listeners who haven't come across your work before, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what led you into massage therapy and education?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started as a personal trainer when I was about 19. Loved that job for years and years. But unfortunately, the breakdown of my marriage 12 years ago meant I had to look for different, the hours in the gyms are just unachievable but they were for me. So I wanted to stay in the industry, didn't really know what to do, but I kind of fell into sports massage, to be honest. Got a bank loan, did a course, started my own business, and just completely fell in love with it. I really enjoyed the more therapy side of the job rather than the personal training. Then qualified in manual lymphatic drainage about 8 years ago. And I've just kind of gone from there, to be honest. Started educating about a year ago, just from experience of wanting to share my techniques and my ways and my views on massage. I think it's the people that I fall in love with. It's the having people come to you and then knowing they're leaving better. That there's no better job, there's no better feeling than doing that for people.
100%. So what inspired you to create specialist training focused on neurodivergent clients?
So, I do two courses. One is the massage for neurodivergent clients. The other one, the main one I'm trying to push at the moment, is creating a neuro-inclusive space in any spa and salon, hairdressers, nail techs, spas. Because to be honest, I was asked about 3 years ago if I go for massage, and my answer was no. And obviously, it's quite shocking for my clients to hear that I don't do it. And the reason I don't do it is because I'm neurodivergent myself, and I find it incredibly difficult for lots of reasons, to sit still, to walk into somewhere new, to sometimes have people touching me. I can very well do it myself, but having that treatment. So then I started to ask myself, it can't just be me that feels like that. And what would it take for me to be able to feel comfortable, to be able to feel confident, and to enjoy the treatment as well? So I wanted to not only help myself in understanding that, but then also help other therapists and other clients to be able to have these treatments that we should be able to enjoy ourselves. All adaptations, it's really, and it's probably things that if you really sat down and thought about it, but what I'm trying to do is save people having to sit down and think about it, because it's right there, and such tiny adjustments can make such a huge difference to people. And you're just opening your doors then as well to so many more clients that probably would see that you've done this course, you've got this sticker, you're neuro-inclusive. And by people walking past and seeing that, I think they would think, oh, I'm going to be safe here. This is my safe space.
What are some common misconceptions massage therapists have about working with neurodivergent clients?
I can only answer that as in the apprehensions that I suppose I had myself, to be constant. Am I doing enough? Am I understanding? Do I understand? Are they comfortable? I don't want anyone to ever come here and feel anxious, which of course it's a part. Anxiety is something that we all feel anyway, but especially when you're neurodivergent, the anxiety can sometimes overrule you even wanting to come in the first place. I wanted to make sure that I was fully understanding of not only myself, but because I'm not autistic, for example. It's understanding all of those traits. So by inviting a lot of neurodivergent people into my space, you understand more and more about the adaptations, the offers you can give them, and Yeah, just it's really about safe space, to be honest, and being patient is the most important thing.
100%. So, how might a neurodivergent person experience touch, sensory input, or a treatment environment differently?
Well, I mean, it's such little differences. I know, for example, I struggle with restless leg with my ADHD. It's really infuriating. So the laying still, it's uncomfortable for me at times. So I actually find a weighted blanket makes me feel quite secure and a bit grounded. Whereas I know one of my clients is autistic and she would absolutely hate the weighted blanket. She would feel trapped. She'd want to get it off her. So again, it's even though you are neurodivergent, it's such a different perception. Everyone is so different, which is why you have to ask. I like fluffy blankets, for example. I stroke everything in a shop when I walk past. Whereas I know that certain textures, people can't stand it. Lighting, smells, scents. Ask your clients, are you okay with smells? Because I like a strong smell, but other people, it really puts them off. And it's just making slight adaptations because at the end of the day, it's their time. They're paying for your treatment. So they deserve to feel 100% understood and included when they're in your space.
Absolutely. So, what are some signs that a therapist might notice that indicate that a client has a specific sensory or communication need?
It really depends on the client because some clients will hold back and they will mask because they don't want to feel uncomfortable, which is why I think it's, these sort of massage forms, pre-treatment forms that we give. It's always, I think, a good idea to start adding, are you neurodivergent onto these forms? You don't have to answer it, by the way. There's no pressure to answer at all, but let's make it more okay that, yes, I am neurodivergent. So what can you do? What can you change for me? I've had a client before that's laid down and said, Nat, can you turn that aura light off? Because I can't stand it. So you, of course, turn the light off, but let's ask beforehand. Let's ask so they don't have to come in and feel uncomfortable at all.
So I know we've mentioned a couple of things already. But what would you say are some simple adjustments that a therapist can do to make a treatment more friendly, a better experience for them?
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge list of all of this on the course. The online course that I've done takes you through everything. But a perfect example with massage, because obviously everything's different, hairdressers, nail techs, we all have to slightly adjust differences here. But I'm a massage therapist, so I can only speak from my treatments. And again, one of the reasons I struggle to have massage myself is because I'm constantly thinking, what time is it? How long have I got? Oh my God, can I relax yet? Can I breathe? I'm bored. No, I'm not. And I struggle just to sit the heck down, just chill out. And part of it's not knowing how long I've got left. I'm thinking, when you're trying to get to sleep, you're like, oh my God, it's 4:30, 2 hours left. 3 hours. It's soul destroying sometimes. So one of my tips in my course is if you're having a massage and you've got a neurodivergent client, every 15 minutes, just lightly tap them on the shoulders. Just lightly tap. Because then they can think, still got 45 minutes left. And it just relaxes the nervous system into knowing you've still got half an hour. You can relax a little bit. Just every 15 minutes, keeping them up to date with how long they've got left on their treatment can just be enough sometimes to let them enjoy it more. And I know that because I do it to myself.
Oh, that's brilliant. Really good tip. So how important is communication before and during the session? I know you've just said there about tapping and letting them know because that can give them that time sense. But in terms of communication before, is there anything apart from kind of consultation forms that you'd advise?
Yeah, prep and getting to know the client before they even come is probably the most important thing. So, for example, I've added on, are you neurodivergent onto my forms? If I see they've clicked yes, I then offer a free quick FaceTime call in my room like we're doing now. They can meet me. I can take my phone. If we do it on phone, I can take it out the front. I can say, this is where you need to park. This is where you come in. This is my room. Nice to meet you. And instantly, as soon as you've met someone, you know their face, you know where you're going, you're instantly calmer. Because going to a new space, to a new person, not knowing where to park, not knowing where you're going, not knowing what you're walking into is a big thing for a lot of people, not just neurodivergent clients, but just to offer that 5-minute free, hi, I'm Natalie, how are you? Instantly makes it a bit easier, I think.
So I'm just kind of thinking of the spa industry space for therapists. They wouldn't necessarily meet the client at the desk. So I'm thinking if they had maybe on their Instagram pages, their socials, if they had videos of what the space looks like, car park space, where the door is, reception, who the host would be, kind of your reception team. And then they've got that bit more of a relationship before they start and before they come into the treatment rooms. Do you think that would be a good idea for kind of your fast-paced industry?
For bigger spas and salons, definitely, because it's unachievable. These people are booking in online forms. It's impossible for everyone to meet when you've got 8, 9 different clients a day. You don't know these people. When you're working for yourself, it's very different, but a big company, a big business. For example, a highlight on an Instagram page would be a great idea. You could even highlight it as information for clients / neurodivergent clients. You haven't even got to say that, but you could. So that if you are neurodivergent, you read that, you click on it, here's your car parking, here are all your therapists, and your therapist can have 30 seconds saying, hi, I'm Natalie, I do this, I do that, can't wait to meet you. So then when you book in and you've got, for example, Rachel, you can click on this highlight, you can see what Rachel looks like, you know where to park. It's just such simple things that are going to make such a massive difference.
So what mistakes do therapists commonly make when working with neurodivergent clients? Is there something that would automatically make them feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, sometimes touch alone, I think you've got to be quite, not a confidence, the wrong word, but you've definitely got to be able to adapt to each client individually. I know one of my traits is that I talk too much. And sometimes I know my clients have left and I thought, oh my God, I've just talked at them for an hour. So that can sometimes put people off. You really have to ask, do you want a quiet treatment? Because some people love to come in and offload, and I'm here for it. But other people just want to come in and just relax.
Yeah.
You've got to, again, make sure you know what they want before they come to you, so that they're not leaving here thinking, good God, it's all about getting to know them first, I think, being prepared for their treatment.
100%. So tell me a bit more about the training that you've developed then. What exactly does it cover throughout the course?
Okay, it takes a couple of hours. It's very straightforward. It's online. I can deliver it in person as well, in-house, because I know certainly for a big company, to put all of their Spark, people through it, it would be a lot. So I do go in and do a day's training as well. If that's easier, then the whole spa salon gets the certificate rather than each individual person. It takes a few hours. It's really just giving you ideas and giving you the knowledge to feel comfortable because I know I'm proud to know that my salon is neuro-inclusive as a space. And I think that the more we talk about this, people are then going to think, oh, I can go there because they're going to get me. And it's not, it's just giving you the tools that I've learned over 11 years I've been neurodivergent my whole life, passing on to that from being in the spa industry myself, those little things, making sure that, because, people that work in spas, they deserve to know how to help, and to what to offer their clients because everybody in the industry wants their clients to enjoy their treatments. But if you don't have the knowledge of adapting these treatments, and then how are you going to be able to do your job to your best ability?
Absolutely. So who would you say the course is designed for? Would it be experienced therapists, or can apprenticeship therapists do it? How would you see that working?
Absolutely anybody. Like I said earlier, are in just spas, nail techs, hairdressers, beauty therapists, makeup artists. We should all have this knowledge of being able to adapt treatments. You can't, again, it's unachievable to walk into a nail salon and expect you to be able to dim the lighting or change music because, we're trying to adhere to 10 other people here. But what if we section off a corner and we have a quiet corner where it's a little bit one-on-one? Because for me to sit in a big nail thing, it's painful because I'm too busy looking at what she's doing over there. I can't relax.
Yeah.
But if I had more of an enclosed space where it was a bit more quiet, there was a nice comfortable chair, it's just those tiny little things. And I just think that we're missing out on a huge client base here. And it shouldn't be that case. It shouldn't be that.
So what skills or confidence do therapists typically gain after completing the training?
Well, knowledge is key, isn't it? Knowledge is power. And it's even writing the course myself, which took me a long time, but even doing my research and writing the course, it's made me so much more confident when I have a neurodivergent client. And it's opened the doors to so many more clients for me. And, it's an amazing feeling to be able to adapt treatments and adapt your space. And it can be anyone, even if you're in college and you're learning to do this, why not get that knowledge out there straight away? Start as you mean to go on. But if you're a therapist that's been doing it for 20, 30 years, then again, broaden your horizons and your knowledge and just open the doors to more clients. And also, it's not just about that. A lot of your existing clients are probably neurodivergent. A, you just might not know, and B, they might not tell you. Let's make it so they can tell you, so they feel more included.
So if there's one thing you wish every massage therapist understood about neurodivergent clients, what would it be?
It would be your approach, to be honest, your approach to your clients, because take neurodivergency out of it. Not every client is the same regardless. There's a lot of things out there, anxiety, depression, mental health is not great at the minute, I don't think, for a lot of people. And it's just about giving that client a little bit more time and changing those forms before they come in, so that you've got a full understanding of your client before they even enter your door.
So, Natalie, what would you say is next for you in the academy?
I'm looking at setting up my own space to teach, because hiring spaces, certainly my area, is non-existent. So I would really like to create a space to teach from. Wellness centres, wellness talks, places where people can come and do a course. Again, a real safe, included space where people can come and do my course. And it's a fun thing, it's good, it's educational, but at the same time you're leaving feeling like you've really learned something, and with a whole enthusiasm to open your door to more neurodivergent clients.
So where can our listeners find out more about your neurodivergent client training and connect with you, Natalie?
Well, obviously I have my Instagram, but my website has the link for the course. It's only £100, and at the end of it, you get a sticker for your spa. You also get a certificate as well. So I want people to display this in their windows, so people walk past and they see it and they feel they can then step into your space. So yeah, the website's probably the best place for it.
Please get in touch with Natalie if you're interested in the course. I did a podcast last month about neurodivergence, and I just think it's a really important topic that we need to talk about within the industry. This course is obviously going to give you therapists that confidence, and your reception teams, all types of people within the industry, as Natalie's saying, from nail techs, salons, spas, everyone needs to get involved. It's such a massive part of our client base that we're going to be turning away and not even knowing that we're doing that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, having this course is really important. So really grateful for you, Natalie, for coming on today and sharing that and sharing your experiences and your personal experiences as well. I think it's really important. So really thank you for sharing that with us.
Thanks very much.
You're very, very welcome. So everyone, make sure you share this episode. It will be on LinkedIn, YouTube and Spotify. See you next time.